Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We're still working on taking over Dahomey here. Shouldn't be that much of a problem. Unfortunately, Mexico has gotten hold of a bunch of... the United States has gotten hold of a bunch of Mexican territory here. Which means we may need to take some time to cut them down to size. Metaphorically speaking, they're not an international pariah, so we can't literally use the cut them down to size diplomatic play. But we may need to wind up going that way. I also need to remember to try to grab this chunk of Africa from Denmark. Belgium wants an alliance. They're calling in our obligation. Very well. What expansion do you want to do, Belgium? I don't know why none of my barracks are buying the ironclads they're supposed to be buying, but it is what it is, I suppose. China sides with Austria-Hungary. Okay, so what's going on over here? This is another one of these German leadership plays. You know, bankroll us. No, thank you, Russia. I'm really quite good to go. I'm certain Austria-Hungary is confident. So I think, overall, I don't necessarily want to intervene in this whole situation. No, I don't want to intervene in this whole situation. Well. What's all this then? You want Madagascar. Well, that's just silly, France. Why would you want Madagascar? A lot of countries are willing to be swayed, but none who are going to really matter to me. France is a pretty big economy. I could just get war reparations and be done with it. In fact, I think I might. So, overall military power is 231 battalions. They're 220. And we're vastly exceeding them in fleets. I think I can win an overseas war. So, yeah, let's go ahead and... Again, I don't want to necessarily take too much territory. I'll add war reparations as my war goal. And what if I just added the French West Indies? No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for now. If I can't get any allies in on this, I'll, then it'll be a different animal. What's completely different animal. Actually, I'm almost done with my construction queue, though, so that should be just fine. So where do we want these armies? I'm already in a war with Dahomey, but that war is almost done. So we'll grab the army of India. We'll put it on here. We'll grab the army of Ireland. We'll put it here. Those are our main fronts. We'll grab the army of Canada. We'll put it here. We'll put the army of Australia here as well. We'll put the army of the West Indies on the front in the West Indies. And then the home army, the household division, and the household division can both stay where they are. We'll get that going just as we must. Boy, that's caused us a financial problem. It's not my favorite. Not my favorite whatsoever. Let's go ahead and move these. I'm not going to give you Oman, Brazil, but no. We'll call them in with our defensive pact call. So who are our other allies? Greece I don't necessarily need in this thing. So, perfect. Obviously the Marina Kingdom is here. And none of these other countries are necessarily useful to me to have. Where? Yanapara front. Well, Brazil can handle that. I hope they can handle it at least. They should be able to handle it. And then this is not a front because the British Raj is not involved in this war. Because this is just Britain defending the interests of its protectorate. Alright. Let's go ahead and deploy one of our major fleets to the sea node where this is going to happen. Where the action's going to be. Let's colonize Inner Morocco. Cool. That is where it is. Our armies are in place in Africa. France try and take over Hagar at the same time, or whether this is just a colonial rebellion. I hope Hagar succeeds. Social security investment is up. That's very good for me. I'm going to set these fleets to taking some time to raid convoys so that we can... Huh, interesting. We're trying to knock out Brazil first. That's wild. Okay, so I'll put troops on that front when the time comes then. For a revoke claim on Wallonia. I don't want you in this, Belgium. You're just a front I can't... That's a problem for me. So I'm going to grab the Mediterranean Station fleet, set them on raiding convoys, and put them in this sea node so that the French will have a hard time supplying. I don't want you in this fight, Belgium. You're just going to wreck your own economy. I don't want to see your economy wrecked, Belgium. Jeepers. Alright. It's all looking good. We're in the countdown to war, and I'm feeling pretty confident. Perfect. And that puts this army... That lets this army place themselves on the Brazilian front. So, first we'll get these fronts closed out, and that'll give us some occupation in France. For sinking enemy convoys right now. That's very good. These two armies are advancing here in the Indian Ocean territory. I could just naval invade these parts of India as well to get a little bit of extra occupation in France. Perfect. Alright, so, Army of Canada. You can go to, again, the front in Brazil. And then Army of Australia. You don't have a commander. Go ahead and have a commander. So we're going to grab the West Indies Station Fleet. We're going to plan a naval invasion of France's little territory over here using the Army of Australia. That should be good to go and not too long whatsoever. France does have an extremely large fleet over here. So let's send this fleet to that sea node to engage them. Although we are winning here incredibly. That's the power of those freaking ironclads. Alright, so this army can also go to the Brazilian front. France is losing more support at a pretty solid rate. And they do not have war support protection. Air is rising up against us. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. We're going to throw the Army of the Cape of Good Hope into that situation. Sorry, Brazil. I need them over here. Oh, interesting. This has actually become a front. That is exciting. So, how's it looking? France is winning when they're on the defensive, so we can use our fleets to deal with that. Let's go ahead and deploy them to the sea node here to raid convoys. I'm going to put this army at the Cape of Good Hope to chase down that French fleet and destroy them. We have got some occupation against France over here as well. Obviously that battle's a loss, but it'll be going better once we've got raider forces in play. We do now have armies over here in Brazil, so that should also be able to help us out with that. We are winning a sea battle here. If we can ground the French fleets, we'll be in a much better position overall. We're suffering some convoy sinkage. I'm getting uncomfortable with the amount of credit we've taken at this point, but I'm still fairly confident. They're losing 3 war support per week, so in about half a year, this war basically becomes a joke regardless. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize we had a front over here. Pull some more troops off the main front in order to deal with that. That's the Lisbon Station Fleet. And Army of Australia is still in the process of doing this naval invasion. What's the status of this? How do I... Is there like a battle happening, or... And for army to recover organization. Ah. We're low on org. Well, that's fine. Alright, we are winning the battle over here in Africa, which is very good. And the French are no longer occupying Hagar, so... Army of Canada is moving there. 2 arms. Crucial States is in default. Where is the Army of Canada geographically right now? They're just back in England. Alright, so we'll put them on the front in Africa. I kind of consider that the main front at this time, so that's kind of why that's going there. Most of our armies are doing pretty well. Obviously, we're losing in Brazil, and Brazil being out of this war might be a problem, but they don't want anything from Brazil. So I think we're going to be good to go. We're sinking a ton of French convoys as well. So safe to say the French situation is not going well. This isn't going well for the French. And once the army of the Cape of Good Hope is finished dealing with this colonial rebellion here, they can also man this front, and that situation will get better. Well, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. If I had realized that was going to be that rough, I would have definitely handled other stuff first. So we're going to put you on this front, the Nicaragua front. Oh, right, the Mosquito Rebellion. Well, that's not necessarily a problem either. I completely didn't realize the Army of the West Indies was over here. Let's pull them onto the front in Africa, because I really need to get this cleared out. And the French are unfortunately winning that. Successful naval invasion of Pondicherry. Cool. Alright, so that means the Army of Australia can now deploy over here to deal with the rebellion in the Mosquito Kingdom, and that will be good to go. Now, how are things going over here? We're still losing war support at 1.51 with war support protection. They're losing at almost 4 per week. Again, if they can push Brazil out of this war, it'll be it won't be the end of the world. Belgium, I don't need your help in a war against a tiny country rebelling. It's not a problem. I'm going to take this fleet and put it here, I think. I have a hard time figuring out what sea nodes talk to what province, what states. Alright. And France is willing to agree to war reparations at this point as well. I will go ahead and propose. And that'll be a huge shot in the arm for us financially. Unfortunately, a bunch of our armies are mobilized when they don't need to be. But the only army that I actually need active right now is Australia. So, is the Army of Australia. So, I'm going to demobilize the armies of India and Ireland right now. And that should substantially help out with our finances. Let's go ahead and finish flipping all of these construction sectors over to steel frame. And that's gynecology. Here's the war. So, we need to figure out our next research. I think improved fertilizer is an important thing to grab. Open earth process is going to be important. Reinforced concrete is going to be important. And vacuum canning is going to be important. I think from then on we'll shift forward over to military and just try to get as much of tier 3 knocked out as we can get. And then we'll... Actually, before we do any of that, let's get the new naval techs, and then we'll worry about this other stuff. And then we'll queue in trench works, and it should be about time for trench works at that point. My literacy should be going up. It's kind of going up. Our education is higher. So at this point, I think we're going to reset our production methods before I forget to do that. Brazil, you're done good. How'd you like to be a protectorate? So how much are we getting from France each week? 33k. That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Where is the army of Australia? Are they on the way over here? Yes, they are. Well, hopefully this will be sorted out. If not, we'll need to stand down some of these other larger armies. I know the 90-day thing is not necessarily the best call, but I want to get my ducks in a row financially. What does our market need? It needs a lot of art and a lot of silk. Where can I produce? Surely I have locations where I can produce silk. Nope. No, there's not more silk than I'm currently producing. So, what else do I need in terms of extraction resources? I still need more wood. We'll go ahead and... Oh, right. Ginecol. Our conscription centers should train the troops. I had forgotten that was a thing. If we go to all industrial ports, we'll need 485 steamers. So let's go ahead and take a look at what capacity we have to produce steamers. If we have steamships, that'll give me 1.62k, and I definitely don't need that much. But if we just build them in the home counties in East Anglia, then that should be enough to flip all of our ports over to industrial ports. And that'll be fine. They'll get up there eventually. Let's go ahead and get some government admin under construction just to have something to be doing with all this tasty economy that we've got. Well, America, we're just going to have to fight. Winning our war over there. I think I accidentally demobilized the Army of the West Indies or something, but... No, I mobilized at the same time as the others. I just... Household Division is mobilizing. Okay. How big is your army, America? 161 battalions? I am extremely confident in my ability to take you. Who can we sway? Only Brazil. Brazil. Can't use call ally. Not accept. I wonder why not. Not British Guiana. Unfortunately, I also want British Guiana. How about an obligation? Alright, so I've got a very healthy number of battalions headed over in this direction. So that should give me what I need. How long has this episode gone on? We're at almost half an hour. We're doing big back-to-back wars here, and it's not my favorite, but at the same time, it's what's got to be done. I am going to finish out these government admins and then close out and then continue to not produce things to keep my finances in the black for the war. Because as the war continues, it's going to be a whole situation. And I'm actually going to go ahead and buff my military wages. For the moment, that is going to cost me a pile of money, but, you know, it is what it is. So as government admin increases... Cool. There's that dealt with. Where's the Army of Ireland? You're over there. Where's the Army of India? You're over there. Alright. Cool. So once the Army of India gets there, we'll all be where we want to be. 2 hours. Alright. Foolishly, America has left its coast wide open. So, let's put some ships in place. Probably should have done those earlier, but I didn't think about it. Sheerness Station. Let's naval invade the District of Columbia using... Oh, you're not quite large enough. Okay, hold on. Plymouth Station. You naval invade the District of Columbia using the Household Division. Sheerness Station, you can go to... Okay, main Portsmouth Station, you can go to the... Okay. You're good to go. And then Mediterranean Station, you'll go to... Caribbean. I can also end my trade routes to... my unnecessary trade routes to Mexico now that their war with America is done. Although all these trade routes are profitable now, so I'm good to go. I don't even need to worry about it. I have one there. But the Army of India is not in place yet. And once they get in place... Perfect. Exercise with Belgium. Okay. Netherlands wanted to steal Flanders from Belgium. Belgium's like... not about that life. I need an admiral to be on the correct orders. Perception. There we go. Prussia sides with Belgium. And now it's a situation. I do technically have... I don't have a defensive pact with Belgium, so I don't... What about the Netherlands? I don't with them either, so I don't need to deal with this at all. Perfect. And if we can land there, we get everything we desire. You know what? I assumed that Texas was managing the war goals here. I should have gotten the rest of Texas back. But it's okay. It happens. We are winning battles on the front. I'm feeling pretty pleased about that. America is winning the naval invasion, unfortunately, but we might still be able to get ahead on that. Overall, we're where we want to be with that situation. It's going to be 250 to increase with all of those, and we'll just go ahead and build a few more. There's rubber mastication. A few more government admins. Obviously, this is going to cost us a pile of cash, but it'll be fine. We'll put them in the West Country. Routine of our convoys sunk in the West Caribbean. That's here. Alright, well, we'll grab a navy and put them over there. So we need to get a hold of any amount of American territory in order for us to be able to claim war reparations. How's the landing going? Nice. Dang. Maybe I shouldn't try invading Virginia or somewhere. I think it might be a width problem. I see, so we're able to win these defensive battles, but when we're on offense, it's harder. Mobilize the army of the West Indies. A scandal in the home counties. Police have shut down a notorious male brothel. The arrested proprietor has revealed that Bertrand Brinkman is part of his clientele, and he's a naval man of some kind. And this information is leaking to the press. An indescribably loathsome scandal has struck the home counties. The captured boys were made to confess, and the Herald reports that another sensation about this affair will soon burst. 22 men implicated, blue bloods and others, have fled from Great Britain. Well, you must resign immediately or try to cover up the story. Well, I can't take a legitimacy hit. So, Brinkman, what are you doing, first of all? Mediterranean station. So what you're telling me is I need a new commander here. Brave, dockyard organizer, you're in. Brinkman, you're out. Cool. Alright. Next we need... We still haven't successfully invaded there. So, let's throw some conscripts in the Army of the West Indies, shall we? Let's get... compact with Oldenburg? No, thank you. And then 5 units of conscript shrapnel artillery, Yorkshire, and we'll raise them. This number is continuing to get worse, which is unfortunate. Maybe the household division belongs there, because we keep losing this naval landing. Golden North Borneo, that's fun. Maybe after this battle, I'll just go ahead and cancel this naval landing. I do feel extremely confident in my ability to win this war. Alright, so that's the naval invasion ended. We'll go ahead and just place the household division on this front. And we'll go ahead and throw in some additional conscripts. 5 levels of artillery, 5 levels of infantry, and that will continue to raise those armies as we go. For the home army, we'll get to go with that. We do have a naval invasion over here, that's very good. Okay, Plymouth Station Fleet is stationed there. With that said, it's the middle of the year of 67, and this episode has gone kind of long. We'll continue to see what's going on in our war with the United States next time. Let me just quickly check their financial situation. They're in debt pretty badly, 2.28 million. So if we let it get down to the end of the week, we'll see how much that's changing. 2.38 million. Okay, so they're spending 100K a week, which is pretty good for me overall. I'm feeling pretty confident. In any case, though, that is all we've got for today. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you all on the other side.